Shining like a Mega Man, I smoke Mega Man. Don't come at the youth, send you back to where you came from. Niggas quick to change, y'all so Bruce Wayne. If he act mysterious, he get hit with my ray.
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is one of the most underrated fighting games ever made. Now you might be saying to yourself, but how can that be? Everyone says it's garbage. Well, I'm here to prove the naysayers wrong, so tighten your seatbelts, cause I'm gonna break it down for you step by step. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is a fighting game released by Capcom, the same company that brought you legendary fighting games such as Street Fighter V and Tekken 7. It features characters from both the Marvel and the Capcom universes, resulting in a robust and large character roster, one of the biggest you can find in a fighting game. The gameplay is a 2 vs 2 epic brawl where you choose 2 fighters and duke it out to see who can survive. Now it's important to note that you press a lot of buttons in this game. You're probably going to press 2 or 3 at any given moment, and you even have to squiggle the thumbstick around to get some special movements to come out. The more buttons you press and the more squiggling you do, the better you're going to perform. Now that I got the basics out of the way, let me do a little backstory on the series. Infinite came out just a few months after the first game in the Marvel vs. Capcom series, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Now people praise this game quite a bit, but I just couldn't get behind it at all. First of all, the graphics were horrible. They're really cartoony and comic book looking, and it just doesn't make sense for a video game of this nature where things should have a realistic look to them. There's a lot of bright colors and wacky comic book effects that really ruin the immersion. Secondly, the gameplay is just stupid. The fights take so long because each team has 3 characters instead of 2, which can make the fights drag out like a whole minute or even longer. What's worse is that the combos can get so lengthy you can spend upwards of 5 minutes just sitting there getting hit, and there's nothing you can even do about it. What a load of crap. Speaking of combos, it's almost impossible to do combos in this game. You have to do all these weird input motions, and it can take years of practice to be able to do these perfectly. I have a life, you know. The roster in this game is really dumb and stupid too. They have these really boring characters like a giant robot, an old lady, a short guy, a guy that looks like a popsicle, and then this thing. What is this guy? Who would want to play as this fuckboy? Well anyway, Infinite made a lot of improvements to Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. The graphics look much better and more of what I expected out of a game like this. Not too cartoony or comic book looking, just nice and raw. The gameplay is like way better too, and even has these cool gems that give you special abilities. It's just way more fun. It's also way easier to do moves. All I have to do to combo is press a single button, and the game does the rest for me. Talk about innovative. And the cherry on top is that I don't have to do all those stupid squiggly motions and complicated inputs. You can just tap down twice to do a special move. No need to spend hours practicing in this one. The roster is way better and bigger and doesn't have a single bad inclusion. My personal favorite character is Ryu, which is actually Japanese for Ryan, and he's just an all-around fun and original character, and it's a shame he wasn't in the original Marvel vs. Capcom. Oh well. Now the number one thing in my opinion that sets apart Ultimate from Infinite is the story. Story is the number one important thing for a video game, let alone a fighting game. And guess what? Ultimate doesn't even have a story. All you do is fight randomly generated teams, and then at the end, there's another giant popsicle guy that you fight. And that's it. There's some boring reading stuff, and the credits roll, but that's it. Lame. But Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, there's an actual story with cutscenes and people talking and stuff. Now, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's an amazing story filled with everything you could possibly want. There's good, there's bad, you make friends, you make enemies, you even find love. I think this alone sets it apart from Ultimate and makes it truly stand out as a unique and fulfilling game experience. We can't really talk about Marvel vs. Capcom without mentioning its respectable community of competitive players. These players are what really make the game, and without the support of the community, this game would be nothing. All of my biggest fighting game heroes even praise the game, like Filipino Champ, Justin Bong, IFC Hypes, and even Combo Bean, who helped develop the game. So if that doesn't convince you, I guess you just don't understand fighting games or the series in general. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is definitely one of the greatest ever made, and I would highly recommend it to anyone. Don't be persuaded by the baseless hate and negative reviews. Well, that's all I gotta say on that. Let me know what you think in the comments, and be sure to subscribe for more gaming reviews. DARKSYDESALTY.